Welcome to this week's social media post for Grammar Junior School.
Today we'll be showing you around our classroom 6J.
Good morning, parents. The two boys you just saw, Mark and Pierce, both started in prep and now in year 6, and I like the fact that we can welcome you with some boys at our school at the start of each section, which is, I think, our new thing. This week, talk about two things: the academic program, so the essential part of our school, and also just a light touch on COVID-19 information and where we're at. So within our school, parents have heard this over and over again, and actually every parent should have heard it multiple times. 3 tiers of importance. The first one is pastoral care, looking after the boys and building their character with our REACH program. The second one is the academic program, the reason the school exists. And the third tier, all those wonderful things that the boys can do. So sport, music, drama, debating, clubs and activities. So where we want to go is the academic program. We're in Mr. Jeffries' Year 6 class, and we're having a bit of a look at what's happening in here and where we're heading academically. So this classroom's been a pilot project this year with furniture. Mr. Jeffries will talk about that in a moment, and also with some technology. So you'll see some images and over behind me, something called an IFP, CommBox, flat panel. It's an interactive screen. So we're moving from interactive whiteboards through to this technology. So this is now in all 3 Year 6 classes, and we have one up in the staff room too for staff to work on and learn the skills associated. And you'll hear from some of the boys about their feelings with what they've had in the room. We still have the interactive whiteboard here, but obviously that will be going very shortly. Right, welcome to 6J, and I'll start talking to Mr. Jeffries and the boys in a moment. I'm with Mr. Robert Jeffries, Rob, who has been at our school for quite some years, and he's moved his way up the ladder as well promotionally. So his position at our school is Head of Teaching and Learning in the junior school. So one of the 3 senior leadership positions in the school. So if I'm away or Mr. Sharp are away, Rob becomes acting head of the junior school, which has happened on a number of occasions. Well qualified, has his master's degree, so postgraduate qualifications. He's a parent with 3 children, 2 of whom are boys as well, important for parents to know. And this is his classroom, so welcome, Rob.
Thank you very much, Mr. Campbell.
Right, I guess the big part is, what do you like about the approach and what the boys are benefiting from this year with the furniture and the new technology as well?
I really love the new furniture in terms of what we can do with it. So it provides us many opportunities to be able to work a lot more effectively collaboratively, as you can see behind, with our interactive flat panel. Even within the furniture itself, we have a table sitting over there that can actually act as a whiteboard if we need it. It acts as a standing table. When we've been doing some maths quiz, rather than getting a scrap piece of paper to do working out, they've been able to just write on it. And then it also allows me a little bit more flexibility in how I work within the room. And as a teacher, I can give the Year 6 boys the opportunity to be independent. I can give them the opportunity to show their maturity and how well they can work in particular scenarios, but then I can also shuffle it back if I need to very easily.
Sounds good. And I guess in terms of what happens with the boys, they're allowed to choose where they sit in the classroom? It's up to them?
Yes, absolutely right. So each morning the boys can come in and sit wherever they like. It's really interesting that in the first term there was a lot more movement around the areas. We've almost kind of found our places at the moment without actually being places, but even that changes pretty much every day as different boys want to have a go at a different section. The one that's gained a little popularity at the moment is the laptop seats, where they can sit on something and then have a little laptop sitting in front of them, which is definitely beneficial and definitely something that has gained in popularity in the last little bit.
Right, so you're loving having this as the trial as well?
Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely very nice to be the trial class.
All right, we're going to move on and interview some boys as well. Thanks, Rob, very much for that. And hear their perspective as well. All right, working with 3 of the Year 6 boys in Mr. Jeffries' class now. So Tom, who's next to me, and Harry or Harrison, but known as Harry. So the boys in here and have been around our school for a while. I guess the question is, what are you enjoying about what's happening in your classroom this year? So Tom, I might start with you with the furniture and the technology as well.
I think I've really enjoyed how we don't have to wait for the internet to think, so it takes a lot quicker to finish our work, and it doesn't take as long.
All right, and I have heard that junior school, the internet connection is sharper and sharper and sharper, so the nice thing. You work at the stand-up desk more often than not. What's that about? Why?
I think I like it because I can stand up and I can move my legs as I work and then don't have to fiddle at the same time.
Okay, so that suits you.
Yeah.
All right. And that is where Tom is each time I come into the classroom, pretty much. All right, Harry, what about you? What do you like about the furniture, the setup, the technology?
I quite like the flexible seating. It's where we're allowed to sit where we want, when we want. But I also like if you're doing something that you have to get done, you're able to move. If your friend's chatting too much, you're able to move somewhere different to be able to get your work done.
Yeah, okay, so it gives you, well, obviously flexibility, doesn't it? Right,
yes.
Nice touch, thank you. And Harrison, known as Harry. Harry, what about you? What do you like about the setup in your classroom?
Well, I really like the CommBox because it's like right at the back of the classroom. Everyone can see it. You can draw a whiteboard and do even bigger pictures of it. It's really helpful.
All right, and having that big screen, the TV, or whatever we want to call it, IFP, CommBox, does it feel like it's a bit more sophisticated for Year 6?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, very nice. All right, so I guess that's from the mouths of the boys in the class as well. So they can smile and wave at you as they move on, and then I'll finish up. All right, to finish off for this week, book week next week, we're really looking forward to that. A normal thing or a celebration in our school, so very much so. The COVID messaging, hygiene, 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 which the boys will hear repeatedly throughout the day. If your child is unwell, obviously to keep him at home. If you're one of those people where your child goes and gets tested for COVID-19, you need to let the school know. Then obviously keep your son at home until the test results come back in the negative, and let the school know when the test results come back as well. And a number of boys where that's been the case. Finally, a big thank you to our parent community for working with the school. And I guess the modifications, restrictions and changes in conditions for what our parent body is used to, but I appreciate the support very much. And best wishes, look forward to talking to you next time. Thank you.